All right, hey folks, so we are on Pembina highway right now. We are just parked on a street here on Pembina. So I'm going to pull away from this curb. So car is in drive, that's good. All my mirrors are already set up, seat belt on, car is on. So then I check my mirrors, so I'm checking my left mirror. So right now there's a lot of traffic coming, so we just have to wait a little bit more. Pembina is, I'd say, busy street. So anytime like when you're pulling away from the curb, if the curb is on your right side, then you have to signal left and left shoulder check. And if the curb is on your left side, then you have to put the right signal on and right shoulder check. Now I will put my left signal on. So I still have just a couple more cars. Okay, ready go. So I do shoulder check and now it's clear. And then I can start moving. So this lane is blocked, so I signal again, shoulder check, and then I switch my lane. Now we see a pedestrian corridor here, so check on the right side, left side, no pedestrian, that's good. Speed limit on Pembina is 60 maximum, so right now I'm doing 55, so that's good. I'm just going to change my lane here, so signal, shoulder check. Light is still green, and I see a walking man sign, so that means the light gonna stay green for us. So now I'm driving at exactly at 60. So we see another warning sign here that pedestrian corridor is coming up. So now we see actual corridor. So I check on the right hand side, I check on the left hand side, so it looks good. So you physically have to move your head. If you're only checking with your eyes, your examiner won't be able to tell if you're checking or not. And your vision is also limited. So it's better to actually move your head and then check on both sides. So you just want to make things obvious to your examiner as well in the road test. So right now we only have 2 lanes here, but I know this road will actually open up. So from 2 lanes it's going to go into 4 or 5 lanes. We are still going straight, so I'm staying in this lane. On my left side there is overhead sign that the 2 lanes are turning left. And the 3 lanes here, they are going straight. So we had a green light, so we are good to go. I'm still maintaining my speed here. So speed limit sign on my right side, 60 maximum. So I'm going to make a left turn here. So I put my left signal on. So your signal should be on when you're about 30 meters or 100 feet before the intersection you want to turn on. We are stopping before the stop line here. Light is green, so I'm just going to establish. So this intersection is a little bit different. Okay, so ready go. So my light is on the right hand side, so I'm looking at my light as well. At the same time I'm checking traffic. Before I go from here, I need to check on the sidewalk as well. So looks like after this car here, now we can go, and there's no pedestrian on the sidewalk. Okay, so now we see a 4-way stop sign. So let's make a left turn here, so complete stop before the sidewalk here. I'm staying closer to the center of the street, check, no pedestrian, and looks like we are the only one here, so we are good to go. So I'm staying closer to the center of the street again, left signal, shoulder check. We are on a narrow street, so I want to drive completely in the left lane, so far from the parked cars. So you always want to be about a meter, 1 meter, or 3 feet. So right shoulder check, pull back in without any signal. We are turning right on the stop sign, complete stop before the sidewalk. Now I can creep up just to check on the sidewalk first, so it looks clear. And there looks like the right lane is clear as well. So okay, ready go. So we are turning right again on this intersection here. So right signal on, the light is still green, so we are good to go. There's nobody on the sidewalk over there. Okay, so you always want to, anytime when you're turning right, always do right shoulder check. You want to make sure like the sidewalk is actually clear. There's no cyclists, no pedestrians. So we are turning left, and this stop sign is a 2-way stop sign. So we have a stop sign, there's another stop sign on the other side, so the cross traffic does not stop. So we made a complete stop, creep up, check, check, check again, looks good. Okay, and we are staying on the right hand side here because it's a 2-way street. So now we see another 4-way stop sign here. So we are turning left again, so I put my left signal on, and looks like there is a sidewalk, so I stop before the sidewalk. Check for pedestrians, for cars, so there's nothing. So this parked car here, this black car here was a little bit far, more than 30 meters, so I came in the right lane first. Signal, shoulder check, and it's a narrow street, so I go completely in the left lane. And now we are turning right on this stop sign here, so I put my right blinker on. I do right shoulder check, no kids and no driver in that car, so we just and I'm staying closer to the right side, closer to the curb. We still have to make a complete stop here because first we stopped behind that car and now we are stopping on the stop sign. So I stopped, just creep up, no pedestrian, no traffic from the left side, so we are good to go. I'm going in my right lane first, in my first available lane. We are turning left at the lights, left signal, shoulder check, and then it's clear, so move over. Now I am about 30 meters or 100 feet, so I put my left signal on. This car is already in the middle of the intersection, so we have to stay behind the stop line. So there should be only one car in the middle at a time because we don't know when that car is going. See, like this time that car already got a red light and he was still in the middle of the intersection. So that's why they only want one car in the middle of the intersection at a time from your side, okay? Alright, so we are just waiting for the green light here. This intersection, I know it's busy all the time, so it's actually really good intersection for practice. So when the light turns green, looks like we're gonna have to establish because we have a lot of traffic on the other side, so a lot of oncoming traffic there. And when you're sitting on a red light, you still want to keep both hands on the steering. And what I do is I always like to check on my left side just to see like if there's any pedestrians, cyclists. And so when the light turns green, make sure you establish. If you don't go in the intersection, that's an automatic fail, but if you go too far, that's also fail. So you just want to stop like before the center of the street. So we are just like there is median on that side, so I'm just stopping like before the median. Looks like I can go after this car. Check, there's no one on the sidewalk, so we are good to go. And I'm staying closer to the median on my left side. There is a speed limit sign, 50 maximum. So after your turns, like you always want to look for a speed limit sign. Most of the time it's gonna be on your right hand side. We are stopping behind this car. I can see the back tires of this car on the road, so my distance is good. So looks like the light is now green, so traffic is moving. So we have a green light, and there is a walking man sign, so the light gonna stay green for us. So we're gonna be turning left again at the traffic light, so I put my left blinker on, shoulder check, go in the left lane, cancel my signal because I'm still a little bit far from the intersection, and now I put my signal on. Right now I can see there is a green arrow, but by the time I get to the intersection, maybe they are gonna actually turn into amber arrow, so I just have to be careful. If I see amber arrow, that means I have to establish, but this time the amber arrow was actually, I was already committed, so I was already moving from the middle of the intersection, so that means the amber arrow did not apply to me. Okay, so yeah, this car was turning right, so that's why I was slowing down a little bit just to maintain my distance. So now we see a four-way stop sign here, so we are turning right, so I put my right signal on, and so looks like there is a sidewalk, so I'm going past stop sign and I'm stopping before the sidewalk. Quickly check, so looks clear, and I'm staying closer to the curb within 3 feet. So there is a parked car, so I'm just gonna go a little bit far from this car, so I put my signal on, shoulder check, and then I go in the middle of the street, and then I do right shoulder check and then go back to my side. We are turning left on the street here, so it's a one-way street, so I put my left signal on. So this black sign with a white arrow inside means it's a one-way, so I should be turning in my left lane, okay, because all the traffic is going in this direction. So on a one-way street, you're gonna notice like all the signs on your left side and the signs on your right side. You can read all the signs, so they all will be facing you. Since it's a one-way street, I don't need to go back in. I can just stay in the left lane. Okay, signal here I don't need it because we are still staying on the same street and there's no intersection, so that's why the signal is not required. We are turning left on this stop sign here, so I put my left signal on, and if you notice the stop signs are on both sides, so that means we are on a one-way street. So this car was completely wrong, because what they did is actually they made a left turn from the right lane. You can do that if you're on a two-way street, but since it's a one-way street, so they should have actually made that left turn from the left lane. Okay, so from this lane, from like here on this street here, from the left lane you can go left, and from the right lane you can turn right. So we are turning left, my signal is on, so we already made a complete stop before the sidewalk here. So I'm just going to creep up a little bit. Looks like this golden car is actually moving, so I'm just gonna wait for this car now. Okay, yeah, she gave me that thumbs up, so that's always good. Okay, all right, ready, go. Okay, so all right, so we have a little bit time actually. Okay, so yeah, so we just have to leave, just go right now. Sorry, I have a lesson in like 20 minutes, so I was just looking at the time just to see if we can drive around a little bit more, but looks like actually we need to stop this recording now. So we're gonna be turning right on this stop sign here. I can still see the back tires of this car here. So this person is turning left. Okay, so she's going, so now I still have to make a complete stop before the sidewalk. Check on the sidewalk first and then creep up. Looks like it's clear, and I'm staying closer to the curb within 3 feet, 1 meter. We're gonna just pull in this McDonald's parking lot, and then we will stop the recording there. So I put my right signal on. Lights are still flashing, but looks like the pedestrians already crossed, so we are good to go. Check on the sidewalk, there's no cyclist, no pedestrian. Left signal. I'm staying closer to the center of the street here. Okay, shoulder check again just to make sure I don't see anyone trying to go around me. Parking lots, as we know, they are more like a two-way street, so I'm staying in the right lane, and this one actually looks quite busy. Okay, so we are just looking for a slot, so we're gonna put the right signal on. Okay, all right, wow, this okay, looks like there is actually one slot, empty slot here. So this one I will actually do the reverse parking on this one. Okay, so I do right shoulder check. Okay, shift into reverse, turn the steering all the way to the right side, shoulder check, look around, and slowly start to back up. So I'm checking my mirrors right now just to make sure that I will not hit any car or any pedestrians here. Okay, good. So my car is straight. Double check again that I am actually safe here. Okay, so I'm just going to correct myself. Like we are inside the lines, so technically we are still good, but just want to be in the exactly in the middle of this slot here, so people can open up the door without hitting my car. Okay, ready, go. So car is parked, seat belt off, turn off the car. All right, yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you.